Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Thursday, January the 25th. The year's 2024. Let's talk trading. Trading with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and difference from Walmal. Walmal, you were just saying we're right near that monthly open.
Yep, we just pushed through the monthly open and turned the month red. But it's been a battle this morning, which way it's going to go and turn this month. So I was just about to say to you, that I think that's the battle for the day, whether or not we're going to go and make this month red or not. I went short when I crossed over the month.
Yeah.
See what it does.
My monthly open's 1.27203, and yours is what?
33.2.
Oh, so yours is 127.33 or 2.
0.2.
Yeah. So actually, you know what we're at? Well, because it's January, we're at the yearly open.
Exactly.
So we're trying to turn the month and the year one color. So, and we've actually pushed down all the way down to 25.96 this month. And we hit the 2,700. I think we hit today as low as, 68, I think? 26.965. We've taken out the pivot for the day. We've taken out the pivot for the week. And we've taken out the pivot for the month.
Okay, I'm still in that trade. We'll see what I'm up several pips now.
Yeah, and I've got my dashboard with the ATR zones on it, and we are right crossing that daily open here.
I put my TP at 15 just because it's a psychological number for me.
We just hit,
not for the market, but for me.
We hit 15 on my chart.
I didn't get to it. I got to 15.1.
Oh, man. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Oh, yeah. I got a gap up on this candle.
Let's see, I've got your chart up here. And we're right below the monthly open on my chart by 4 pips.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
Spike up there.
Yeah, it sure did. Let's see, H4 is red. But if you could guess right, the right direction on the H4 open, that's all you need to do.
Oh, that's always the case, right?
Yeah.
But, that's where money management comes into play, because you just got to go and make the guess. You can make money of being only right 50% of the time, as long as you manage your losses and manage your wins. So, and you just got to sit down and figure that out. Come up with a strategy to go and beat it. It's I'm not going to say it's easy, but the nice thing about it is that you could have some really nice long runs of well, for me anyway, would be considered infinite pips.
Yeah. Well, back in the old days when I was in Tucson and I had 5 computers online, I literally would go long on one account and short on the other. It was pretty funny. See which one was right. And it's one of those things where if you could get one of those brokers where they don't charge you swap, and then they pay swap, you can sit there and some other broker pays swap, you can just sit there and collect, live off the swap. I wonder if anybody still does that.
I don't think so. But I mean, there was a time when people were doing that. But they were doing it more because what would happen is brokers were paying swap and not paying swap. You know, now it seems like a lot of times they don't pay swap at all, and they charge you swap.
Yeah, there's very few positive swaps. Maybe I should bring up that screen. And because I can't remember what year it was, but I mean, I spent the whole year doing swap strategies or something. If I remember correctly, it was.
I just got out of my trade, and the reason why was I hit. I actually, from where I got in, I hit 4.6 pips, and it's like I don't like the way this is turning out, and yeah, I want to get to the 15. That's where my TP was, but I made this strategic decision, get out, because this thing looks like to me anyway, it wants to go up. It made its attempt at 15, couldn't get there, and it's starting to reject now. It may come back down to it in a little bit, but I don't want to be underwater. I'd rather go and protect some profits. And like I said, I put 4.6 into the bank. I had to pay 0.3 in commission. So it's 4.3 that I put in the actual bank. So that was the rationale for that trade.
Yeah, and we're right back to my monthly open. So right there, the daily open, I've got 27.16. So, and it was just seemed to be the daily open seemed to want to hold.
Right. Yeah, I'm 3 pips below the open for the day, but because my open is at 24.6. But it just we're in a place of lots of indecision, and so it's one of those things where we've set up a range before where we sat in a range from basically right around the 20 line up to about almost up to the 40, but not quite, and we sat in that range for I don't know 50 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
And it finally exited out of that range, but now it's gone back into that range. So it's like, forget it. Just take your pips, It was pretty evident that we're going to go back into that range. At least to me, anyway, it was pretty evident that's what we're going to do. And, it'll probably come back down. But why do I want to be down by 20 pips when I can put 5 pips in the bank?
Right. Hey, did you go flip-flop long there?
I did not, because I was clearing my trades out.
No. Yeah, because we had a inside bar, bar 3, followed by an outside bar, bar 2, and we had the indicator 2 was blue, and just for those, or aqua, for those who don't know, indicator 2 is basically the EMA 5. So yeah, that flip-flop would have paid off about 4 pips, it looks like.
It would have been a nice trade, but I had just gotten out of my trade, so
Yeah.
I was, my routine. What I do is I actually write my trades down on a piece of paper, and along with some notes as to what I did right, what I did wrong, so I can go and type it into. Okay, everybody laugh at me, so I can type it into VisiCalc later on. And probably everybody under the age of 45 has no idea what VisiCalc is.
Well, why don't you tell them, Walmal?
It was the predecessor of Excel. In fact, that's what Bill Gates went and stole the idea of Excel from VisiCalc, and basically drove them out of business because his product was better, and it was more visually appealing. Again, I don't know if it was better. It was more visually appealing. That's probably a better way of putting it. Because it did everything that Excel does today, it did back literally 25 years ago, 30 years ago. It's just that it wasn't nearly as visually appealing.
It did optimization?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in fact, a lot of scientists still use VisiCalc because they've got so many routines already pre-built, and they weren't going to go and rewrite them just because a new product came out.
Right.
So new guys, yeah, they're usually using it. the old guys know they're not going to read. So like you, why don't you want to go to MT5?
Why? Because I don't want to have to. Well, the thing is, it's, they made so many things different that to me didn't need to be made different.
Right. It didn't bring anything to the table.
Well, I mean, you got the object-oriented stuff, brought that to the table, but I don't write object-oriented code, so.
Right. Which would mean that all of your code that you've written, you'd have to, rewrite or seriously modify.
Well, it's just, it's just such small things that they did, and things that just don't work anymore because they changed it. It's just like, But anyway, back to trading.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, that trade that you pointed out on that flip-flop box, from where my entry would have been at 21.3, and so that could have been a nice 7.7 pip trade. Personally, I probably would have gotten out with, my guess, about 3.5 pips. I only would have gotten half of it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing was, we had 3 bull candles in a row. It crossed the 25. When it came back below it, you could have just popped out at the 25. And then it came back down, and actually that bar 1, 2, 3 actually dipped. The low actually dipped into that flip-flop range, turned around. You could have said, okay, well, it took out the imbalance. And there's no other imbalance down there, so let's go long. And, I didn't call this out, but there was the that big bear bar here. If you look left, that was a return bar. And I was looking at it thinking, I wonder if price is going to go back to that return bar. I bet it is, but then I think it's going to come back down because that's just the way price likes to do. And it took out that return bar. And so let's see if it gives a short at the 30. And we're dropping through 30. You could take a pip off the table if you wanted it. There you go. And boys and girls and non-binary traders, remember, these videos for educational purposes only. So your results may differ from mine.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's that short at the 30 be worth about 3 pips right now, or more depending on your spread and commission.
What you just said there about, may differ. Part of the reason why it differs is is just because of what our own emotional calculus is on all this, obviously. And then the other part of it is that, exactly what you said, brokers. If you're on a different broker, charts are going to be slightly different. And just that little sleight of hand can make the difference of whether or not you're making money or not.
Right. And so we came all the way back down to the 20, so I called that short at 30, and then it popped to the 20. So yeah, there's about 8 to 10 pips that you could be putting in your pocket. And it's cracking the 20 here. Yeah, there it goes.
And what did I say before? We'd probably come back down to that 15, right?
And there you go.
And I would have actually gotten my actual full load there, but the difference is from where I got out, in order to do that, what I would have had to do was stomach going from being in profit of 5 pips to being underwater by 10 pips.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't stomach that. I don't do that very well. Somebody else trading a different lot size, different risk, reward, schema, they can.
And guess what? Walmal, we're out of time. So fellow traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.